independent artist, just looking to well, I've got a few songs out there on Spotify at the moment, and yeah, I've been working my way through trying to get an EP done every month. Just currently in my 3rd month, and I guess 3 months in, I've kind of changed it up a little bit instead of releasing the EPs, because if you want to get anything changed or anything upgraded on any of the songs, because which is happening, you have to pull the whole EP. You can't just pull one song and kind of change that up. So I ended up just changing to put out like a single every week, which is kind of okay. I've just released my first single per se for the 3rd month, so that's kind of, yeah, Please Believe. It was meant to be an EP called Please Believe, but I'm just going to release every one of those songs a week apart. So Please Believe has just been released the Friday just gone on 29th of March. It's currently the 1st of April today, and I wanted to just put like a video together to, I guess, just show what I've been up to, and just a bit of background about these songs and how they've been put together and what they're about, and you know, that sort of stuff. But my hair's a bit of a mess, so I'm just gonna sort that out. Look at that, didn't even sort anything out. Oh Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, I guess, so what I wanted to do was kind of talk about the songs that I've released in the 1st month, and kind of what they're about, how they came about, and yeah, just to give you an idea of what I was thinking at the time. And I've made 4 songs on an EP, and then like try to base the EP around one song. So for the first EP it was This Is Special, which is which should come up on this video here. You'll see what it looks like. Just to play a bit of it, I'll just bring up Spotify, and click on there, see what's going on. So This Is Special here. I'll just play that in the background a bit. So yeah, that's available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, all streaming sites, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so instead of talking about the whole EP, what I am going to do is talk about this song from that EP, and then The Only Good Thing, which is the main song from the 2nd EP. So yeah, this song was a special kind of, it came about because, well, basically I was in a band like maybe 20 years ago maybe, and yeah, in this band it was me kind of like trying this kind of songwriting thing out, because I'd never really been doing it much before that. The only kind of experience I had with being in a band before that was initially a covers band, and it turned into being an originals band. So we started writing some songs kind of towards the end of it, and yeah, so I started this band, started writing some songs, and then I guess because I was so shy, I didn't have it in me to kind of guess like keep the creative control, because especially being in a band too, you don't really want to step on everyone's toes. So it was I was just letting the songs go where they were headed as a band, and I wasn't like, I was even too afraid to admit that I didn't like it, so I just kind of went with it. So yeah, this song, This Is Special, I wrote like 15, 16, 17, I can't remember how many years ago, but definitely over 15 years ago, and it was going in a direction that I didn't expect it to, so I've always kind of like had an earmark to kind of, if I had the chance to do it, I'd do it myself and do it the way it made me happy. So that's, yeah, if you want to have a proper listen, have a listen on Spotify, but there's kind of all the elements about it. But I'll just bring up the stems for it. So the song This Is Special was kind of like always meant to be a dance electric number, but it ended up turning out to be some sort of like rocky funk punk, I guess, was kind of like the feel that was going with it. So yeah, it took a completely different direction than I was going for anyway. But if I bring it up, and yeah, just to show, I was kind of like that's probably one thing to mention as well. When I did decided to do all this, I didn't really have any experience on Logic or like any sort of like production program. The last thing I was kind of mucked around on was when I was a young fella, maybe like 2021, and that was Fruity Loops, and Fruity Loops was quite a big thing. And that's going back when kind of like Timbaland and all that were really on the scene and really hot. So I was kind of influenced by that and trying to learn kind of that space. But yeah, this time around I thought I'd just learn, kind of start easy. So I picked up GarageBand and just worked on that, because it's real kind of like, for lack of a better word, it was it's like producing for dummies. And yeah, I'm a dummy, so I went this way about it. But I'll just bring up this. So that song in the background playing now is actually called My Bitch, and that's on Spotify too. But yeah, check it out if you want. It's the second song on that EP. I don't know what's going on with the Spotify here, but anyway, I just want to so although this is Logic, I made this on GarageBand, and so now I've kind of upgraded and moved on from GarageBand and tried to learn the Logic space, which is very similar. There's just more things you can do with it. And so you see a lot of this is just kind of just, it's a lot of vocals, but I guess I wouldn't have it any other way. And even with this one here, I didn't really have much experience on building drums. Just the kind of work that I've done with Fruity Loops, just kind of building patterns and stuff. And so I'd seen that there was this feature to use AI drummers. I say AI drummers, but it's just like the built-in drummers on the program of GarageBand. And that's kind of how I made the big build together. And I built everything around that. So I've gone with yeah, sorry, it's real kind of messy, but I kind of just did the drum beat first, and then I came up and did all my guitar parts, and then it kind of started to take shape. And then, because this was initially wrote for I was gonna like let a band that I was in play it. I was reluctant to put a bass line on it, so, and I guess a little background information with that, like I'm a bass player, so I play bass all the time. And this band that I was in, I was more focused on playing guitar, lead guitar and rhythm guitar. So yeah, I was more into that space, so that's why there's so many guitar lines and whatnot. But so I was reluctant to put a bass line on it, and so I left it without one. And kind of just put the keys on it, put all the vocals on it. So as you can see, there's like, how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 vocal lines, and one there that's muted. That must be something that I just didn't have in the song. But yeah, kind of real heavy on BVs, doubled up on the main vocal, and then just some synths at the bottom just to kind of fill the space. So I've got all of that out there, and I'm pretty sure there should have been a bass line in here somewhere, but I don't know where I put it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's what it is. So the classic house organ is kind of the bass line, and the 808 bass there is a different one. But yeah, it was a fun song. It was a great starter for me anyway. It was one of the first ones I put together, and so this was the first song I put together by myself. So we talking about these other songs on that EP. You've got My Bitch. I know I wouldn't say anything about them, but here we are. So My Bitch, Brighter Day, and Amazy They were actually they were songs that I did with a producer and a friend of mine in out of town, and um, the producer was a guy named Dan. I forget his last name, but because I met him through his, I think him and this guitarist that I knew, we'll call him Levi, were they were close buddies, and so yeah, this song in the background playing now is called Brighter Day, which is another one I wrote. So these three songs I wrote first before taking on This Is Special by myself. So but yeah, the cool thing about My Bitch, Brighter Day and Amazing is there was initially no idea for it to start with. It was just kind of, I wanted to record a song and I did everything off the cuff. So I did wrote the guitar part first, and then they built a drum beat around it, and then I laid the bass line on them, and then once they were putting it all together to kind of arrange it for me, I was writing it. So yeah, in a matter of like three hours, the song was kind of done. Each song was kind of done. We've done them on 3 different occasions. So yeah, 3 hours for each song, maybe another 10-12 hours to mix them, and probably I'll say 10-12 hours again to master them. But yeah, they're real fun, man. So I don't have the stems for them to show you, so that's why I wasn't really going to talk about them, because they were produced with my with Levi and Dan. But yeah, I got the masters for them, and they're epic songs. So yeah, that's all I want to really say about them. But coming back to This Is Special, this is kind of where I've just had to go completely by myself for producing and all learning everything on YouTube too. So I just had to do my best, and that's kind of like how do you say it? That's kind of just what I wanted to do with these EPs, was just kind of learn everything as I was going, and then the intent was to get better at every song. And yeah, I guess This Is Special was kind of the start of it. Although it was a song that's 15 years old, it didn't have the verses that are in it now. So in that respect, I've kind of progressed with my songwriting to kind of revamp it in the way that it's more kind of like suited to myself rather than suited to a band. And what is it written about? It's written about kind of like well, the idea that I've been blessed with some sort of special talent, and that I'm more than willing to share it around with everyone, and hand my knowledge on and all of that, but it's got to kind of be the same vibe as what I'm giving. So like, give what you get sort of vibes, you know. So yeah, in the chorus, you know, if you want it, I can't help you because this is special. So and then goes through the verses that like, I've only got love for people who got love for me. Like, I've only got love for people who believe in me. So it's like kind of showing that, like, you know, I'll give you the energy if you give me the energy as well. So it's kind of like, you know, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. So that's kind of the vibe of that song. This song here playing in the back is called Amazing. So it's the last song? Yeah, the last song on the EP actually. And it's yeah, I like the song too. It's a real cool song too. But that same guys that I did those 3 songs with, this is the last one that I did with them, and this come together really nice. It was quite a cool song. But yeah, I guess it's about an ex of mine, and yeah, when you listen to the song, it's on Spotify too, so have a listen, and it'll listen to the lyrics. It's pretty obvious what it's about. So I guess, yeah, just showing all of this stuff here was just kind of like the breaking the ice for me, I guess, to getting into this producing thing. And like, since then I've probably, easily written, I don't know, another 15 songs since this, but it was a very great starting point. And oh man, I've easily written 20 songs since this, but yeah, which is good for me because I was like behind the camera and behind all these songs and all this content. Like I see how much progress I've made in those 20 songs. It's yeah, it's good. And just when I'm on that too, shout out to Musician on Mission and Mastering.com. That's kind of the two places that I use. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but they are that's my go-to to kind of learn the things that I need to learn. So like in terms of compression, even learning just to record vocals, and like, look, I'm not saying I'm any good at it, but I'm getting better at it because I'm learning from somewhere, and that's the place I learn. As well as some friends of mine getting like tips and tricks, right? Tips and tricks. I don't know where you get tips and chips from, but yeah, that's kind of that. So the old man, might as well, we're nearly there. So this is I'll just pump this song up for a sec. I don't know if you can hear that bass line or anything, but this bass line was so much fun. Yeah, like I said, this song was just all off the cuff. It was so much fun. Guitar first, bass second, and then Levi. And so the guitaring in this, the solos in this is all Levi, man. He's bloody such a talent. Since he's not really doing much, so I can't hate it. He's such a challenge, but such a waste of talent. He's not doing anything. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. But anyway, I'm also getting to this this second EP, so I can show you kind of like So this song here, The Only Good Thing. Oh, bro, where is it? So I'll just bring up the EP itself. I'll just start from dancing. So I've got stems from all these songs because these are kind of where I've decided to move on from GarageBand. And saying that, dancing is probably the last song that I did on GarageBand before upgrading to using Logic. Because like I said, you run out of places to do things with that, because it's quite limited to what you can do on it. And more in like terms of automation, not plugins there. You can put lots of plugins in it, but yeah, the automation thing was kind of thing I needed to kind of move into that world, so I did that. And that's where Logic came in. It's quite a good place to do it. So yeah, that was kind of cool fun. But I'll just bring up. Yeah, actually, now I'm hearing the song in the background. This is on Spotify too, so make sure you're gonna have a look. So it's oh, mind you, they're all on YouTube too. So, and while I'm at it, man, if you're still here, you should give me a subscribe and like this video too, because it's kind of my first big, long video that I've done. I've been meaning to do this for a long time, but I kind of didn't know what the hell I was going to talk about. But now that we're kind of 3 EPs in, I just figured let's talk about the first one, and yeah, and kind of promote the next one that's coming out. So my third one is out on 29th of March, as I've already mentioned, and I'm releasing them one song a week. So the first one out is Please Believe. But now I've got that out of the way, let's talk about this EP, The Only Good Thing. So this one was me upgrading from GarageBand to Logic and kind of learning that space a little bit better and trying to make these songs. So this one here is really funky number. I'll just turn it up a bit for a second. I don't know, but I know I can't leave it much longer. Yeah. Again, man, fuck. I love bass, man, so the bass line on this was real fun too. saying that, so it's a funky little licks that I do on guitar, but the favourite part of the song is when we go to the chorus and the guitar and the bass they double, and they kind of just open up this new kind of, I like the sound of it, so I've been doing it a lot more since that, like double out performing the bass twice, once on guitar and once on the bass, but here we go. I'll turn it up so you hear I'll bring up the stems for the only good thing, but that's probably one other thing to mention about these ones. When I was writing these songs, I had I was kind of getting used to the idea of, that's the same one I just had up before, getting used to the idea of building the drums from scratch. So this song, The Only Good Thing, was the very last song where I used kind of drums, so that fake drums. So in saying fake drums, I mean I paid for a loop, like, so that's it there, just paid for a loop, and then on top of that loop kind of put everything around. So these are all drums too, bit of claps, bit of tambourines, some blocks and bells, cowbells, bit of timbali, just to make it a little bit more genuinely. So this song, I didn't even say, is a reggae song, and I try to encapsulate that kind of vintage reggae feel. So as well as having that loop there, I just kind of try to build like more kind of reggae-ish sounds around it. Look at my way I was doing quotation, that's not right. So this song here that's playing in the background, actually, that's also on Spotify, is called Feel Like I Do Tonight. It was going to be called Only Love, but there's a little bit of story behind that. Tell you what, if you hear this far and you want to hear the story about this song, put it in the comments and I might make another video specifically about this song, because there's a hell of a story behind it. Not only what the song is about, but like even how I ended up putting it on an EP and all of those things that came with it. It was just kind of, funny story. But anyway, so, look, I can't really show, I'll try and make myself a bit smaller so you can see that. So that's me talking about that loop there. So I bought that to put that in there, and then built all of these bits here, kind of just to make it sound like it's more reggae. Anyway, now that I remember more about Feels Like I Do Tonight, the one thing that I did really have heaps of lots of fun. Well, one thing I did have lots of fun with the song was I got to work with a producer who's, man, and I won't even say his name because he's that shy of a person that he won't even want me to mention him. Like he's the sort of person that keeps his cards close, and his cards that he has are massive. Like when everyone else is holding 2s and 3s, he's got all aces and royal flushes. He's kind of like he's an amazing producer, amazing sound engineer, but he's kind of really reserved. So just for that, I won't even mention who he is. But he helped me produce this one here, and it's quite a nice sound on it. And it's a funkier one too. A little bit of rap in it. So, but yeah, man, like I said, I'll probably put the links. I'll put the link in the description for my Spotify account anyway. But in saying that, like if you're here on YouTube watching this, then it's on this as well. So just have a look around. Feel Like I Do Tonight. It's it's a good song. And now that I've actually finished talking about that, this next song, Real Thing, is an old song, but I say old, it's only like 5-6 years old. I wrote it when I was in Darwin, which is another story altogether. So I lived in Darwin for 10 years, 10 or something. Anyway, I wrote this on a loop pedal there and just like left the loop pedal running for 2 days playing, so I could never forget the loop, because I didn't think to just record it on my phone, because that's how dumb I am. But yeah, then when I finally moved home in 2020, being New Zealand, I tried to get into a band straight away so I could play the song. And yeah, the first group that I was in was a good friend of mine who lives in Kapiti. This sound engineer that I don't like to talk about because he's just for his own privacy, and another sound engineer who's local, who's really good on keys. And we played this song at an event, but it doesn't sound anything like what it sounds now. It sounds like kind of like a real acoustic vibes and kind of laid back. But so I always wanted to kind of put it together on my own, just so it's like sounds like how I've really pictured it in my head. So that's this one here, this real thing. It's on YouTube, Spotify too. And yeah, so go and have a listen. I'll just give you a bit more. Oh man. Yeah, that'll do. If you really want to have a look at it, go and look on Spotify. But I guess I really need to talk about this song here, The Only Good Thing. So The Only Good Thing is written, so the loop was done. I built the percussion and the extra drums around it, and then did the guitaring, and then it's like anything else, like it's just the way I write. Put the bass on, put some keys on, and then I did the vocals. As you can see, this is a lot more tidier, so it's like it's a lot more tidy than all the other ones that I've done. Try to color code them, and so it was a lot easier to do. But yeah, this song is basically about my daughter. So when I was living in Darwin, I lived there because of my daughter, so it was just trying to be a father and kind of put the music thing aside. So that's why I'm kind of in my older years trying to kind of relive my younger days, I guess. But yeah, this whole thing here, this song here, if you just go, like it was really fun writing, really fun putting it together. I really enjoyed the song. It's and if you actually look on my YouTube channel, it's actually got some really good traction behind it. So like, I guess this is kind of one of the things for me that's kind of opened up, that if I just real genuine about how I'm writing and how I'm putting songs together and just having fun with it, that like it can actually really like capture the audience. Like the audience can kind of read through fakeness really well, I've kind of noticed. So yeah, this song means a lot to me. It's about my daughter and kind of how our relationship is, how it is now, and yeah, how I'm kind of feeling about situations. So I really try and encapsulate my emotions in that one. So I won't play it. If you do want to listen to it, it's on Spotify like the rest of these songs. Yeah, go and have a listen. It's gonna crack 10 grand. It's gonna crack 10,000 streams this week. So it's kind of been, it's been out there for about 5 weeks, and it's doing way better than I thought it would. Everything else that I've written this far is only probably capped at maybe 500 views in 2 months. Like, yeah, between 200 and 500 views in 2 months. The first EP is only like, the songs are only getting like 100 in 2 months. So yeah, I guess it's kind of giving me the itch to keep going and to be kind of more real and genuine about what I'm writing, and that's a really cool thing. Oh look, you can hear it playing in the background now. I'll just turn it up a little bit. So you know what I mean, it's kind of trying to really go for that vintage reggae feel, you know. And that's the difference too, because I've kind of been doing this stuff on my own. Like I don't really have a really really good idea of mastering and whatnot. So like I didn't even hear this because when you crank it up really loud, I was mixing it really loud. There's not really a problem with the vocals, but when you've kind of got it in the mid-range low, the vocals are really low. And the audience don't listen to it 100% most of the time. So. But in saying that, man, like if I just bring up my YouTube, man, you'll be like, I was surprised when it all happened, but I'm very grateful for it. And, it's just very, very humbling. Very, 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 very humbling. Just moving out the way. Geez, I'm on dial-up as well. So like, since before the song I had 3 subscribers. So, yeah, I was just rudely interrupted because I forgot to put my charger in and it just went flat on me. But I think I was talking about, if I remember rightly, this here. So something along the lines of when I started this whole thing, I was I had 3 subscribers for the first 2 months. So once releasing this song, the only good thing, and I don't want it to play twice, so I'll just stop that. But since as you can see there, since releasing it, I've picked up. Oh.
A CRM should.
No, they're trying to. What are you trying to do to me, YouTube? Playing a YouTube ad on YouTube on a YouTube clip. But anyway, since putting the song out, it's got some really good traction. So it's like nearly hitting, as you can see there, we're nearly going 9K views of this song, and a hell of a lot of comments, man. And to be honest, I didn't believe it at first. I was like kind of questioning it, like, man, maybe someone's like stream farming it and picked the wrong account, and now I'm getting all these like kind of free streams. But just going through the comments and stuff, like people all over the world are listening to it, and the genuine accounts, like they're all just whacking the mic. But and a lot of them subscribe to the channel. So like just in a month alone, I picked up like 165 subscribers, and they're going up. So it's kind of like really giving me like like energy to keep doing this and do it properly. So like even the analytics, it just looks like it's just being picked up on playlists and on a lot of up next. So it's like kind of hit the algorithm, which is really cool. And yeah, I love it, man. It's been enjoyable. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna sign off on this anyway. So I just wanted to kind of show that and give one more plug for my songs. So yeah, the Only Good Thing EP, this is special EP. They're all on oh, better stop that before I get copyrighted. But they're all on Spotify, they're all on Apple Music if you feel like paying for it, but I don't expect you to, man, especially when they're out there for free everywhere else. I just appreciate everyone taking the time and having to listen to my music. The next video I'll talk about kind of more of the other songs, but yeah, I might as well just play a little bit of Please Believe before we head out. But this is another kind of reggae version song, so please believe me when I say, I guess I'll talk a little bit about it too. It's one of them songs that I wrote a long time ago. those other songs that I've written, and it was the same deal. It's the same deal. It was written the same sort of way. I kind of just left it to everyone's devices on how they seen it fit, and it ended up turning into like a rock song. I don't have a copy of that, but yeah, I always kind of pictured it as a reggae song. And here's a fun fact as well. I wrote it about absolutely nothing. So it was I was just writing a song, and I guess the fun fact about it is that the lyrics mean more to me today than they do when I wrote the song, because I didn't know what I was writing about or anything. I was kind of just going off words that were just coming to my head, and I guess if we're diving deep enough, they kind of mean something if they were the first thing that was on the forefront of my mind when I was coming up with the song. But I can't really put it to any sort of story or anything like that. But today it's kind of like an ode to my daughter. So it seems like it was written for my daughter in the past for today. That's kind of the way I look at it. It's please believe me when I say shed it to you no more. Like it's almost like we'll see each other soon, because I haven't seen her in 4 years, and I was in her life for 8 years before that. So it's kind of like a new situation for me that I'm just kind of getting used to, and I guess I use the music to kind of help me get used to it. So it's there's that too. But just signing off, man. Just please believe on Spotify, on YouTube. Have a listen, bro. It's quite, bro and girls, Jesus. Hey, another fun fact, I call my daughter bro all the time, so bro means anything. So I'll just crank that up and then let's